Well, here we are, the beginning. Not the end. How we going? Go get a pie. Yes. What's this video going to be about? Will it be emotional? Maybe. What will we call this video? We do it for hope, even though we mightn't see it, but we've laid the ground for others to follow. Yeah. We do it. We do it. Yes, we do it. All right. For everyone out there and my subscribers, and if you're new to this channel, like and subscribe and go get a pie. I'm Justin, by the way. What can I say? When I talk, I do have emotion. That's me. Do I regret my life? Do I regret my life? Do I wish my life was something else? Well, first of all, let's not bullshit or lie. I think we all say that. We've all said it more than once. If only I was brought up like that, or into that, or if only this happened, or it went like that, but it didn't. Jealous? No, I've never been jealous. Envious? Yeah, not jealous. Towards things, but all right. I knew, and I think the people will understand what I'm talking about. I knew I was different from a very young age, even before going to school. Young age, I knew I was different. I just saw things different. I got things quicker. I got how to do things. I could just look at something and I knew how to do it. Never seen it before. Just looked at it, knew how to do it. I think being brought up, like you could definitely tell that I was brought up by my grandparents and my aunties, my mum's sisters, yeah. And I was definitely around older people, like older than my mum, more often than around people my age. And if I wasn't really around people my own age as growing up. I wasn't. Even as a baby, I was always around like grandma or pop or Auntie Pat, older people. And of course, my cousins were a bit older than me, or they were going to school and stuff. grandmother, you know, she knew a lot of older people. Well, obviously, she did. So I was with her a lot. Then when Pop came over from Tassie, I spent a lot of time with Pop, you know. And then, you know, school holidays for me was, well, I was shuffled off. So I'd either be shoved up to Ballarat with a family up there that was a friend of our overall family. Mum had kicked me up there with the Kennedys. Yeah. There was Dennis and Tim, Finola, Claire, Finola, Claire, and Erin. Yeah. So 3 girls. Yeah, 3 girls, 2 boys. Yeah. Irish father. Mad as a hatter. English, you know, Australian mum, Pat Kennedy. You know, I was kicked up there. Or, even better, I used to be, Mum used to kick me, you know, up for school holidays if no one else would take me, you know, to Olympic Village. For those of you who don't know where or what is Olympic Village, it's in Heidelberg. It's a place in Melbourne, Victoria, Australia. And it was when the Olympics was here. You know, as all Olympics, they build, you know, apartments or, you know, a village for the Olympic athletes and that. And when it's all said and done, those places are then turned over to public housing. So it's a place in Heidelberg called Olympic Village. It's still there today. So me, yeah, there was Mum had a girlfriend there. She had a son who was a prick, and a daughter. And the mother, she had polio. So she wasn't active. She was in a wheelchair, you know. Basically I saw her decline. She went from walking, this is my mum's girlfriend friend, and to a wheelchair. Oh, and that's right, also I'd either be kicked over to Moonee Ponds back in the day near the Royal Melbourne Showgrounds. Another one of Mum's friends. She, that woman, she had a son, again, prick, and a young daughter. And that woman had brain cancer. And Mum had kicked me, you know, there. So I got to see that woman change over the years and eventually die of brain cancer. I watched her son always getting into trouble. Never happy, screaming. He knew, you know, even back then I knew, he was scared. Yeah, that his mum was dying, he knew it. We were the same age, you know. And I, obviously I wasn't like him. I don't know what happened to him or the daughter. There was no father. Well, the other one was I used to stay with my friends who were wards of the state. Yeah, that was a good one. Yeah, school holidays or whatever. Mum had, asked them if they'd look after me. I tell you this about my life, not for anyone to feel sorry about it, and I don't say it as a oh woe is me story. I tell you parts of my life, so for those people who want to talk to somebody, and being a person that really wants to talk, but not just to anyone, you want to talk with someone who at least understands where you're coming from. It's like people who've, lived on the street or whatever like that. They're not going to talk. There's no use to them talking to someone who's never lived on the street or have an idea what it's like, to live on the street through a family member that may have done it or something, some relationship there. You're not going to get along. You're not. It's not going to happen because that person's got no idea where they're coming from, and you don't want someone who's trying to understand what you're saying and then asking questions about it. You want them sort of to already know where you're coming from. So that's why I tell you parts of my life. So for anyone out there, if you're stuck, you can look at these videos and go, JB, I've lived a pretty full life. I've seen a lot. I have, and I mightn't have fully been through something, but I can guarantee you I've touched upon it, or I've known someone who's gone through it. I've been close. I do have an idea of pretty much everything, without sounding like a smart ass. And I don't, honestly, I don't think if I didn't have children, and I do, I've got two. I have a son and a daughter. This might sound like a horrible thing to say. But it's the truth. But also, it's also what I did. So I have a daughter. When I say this, understand what I'm saying. I didn't want her. I didn't plan for her. And I definitely did not want to have children with the person that I was obviously seeing at the time either. And that conversation had been spoken about. But it happened. She fell pregnant. And I did ask, well, are you going to keep it? And the answer was, yep, with or without you. And being a person of a single mum, one parent relationship, I wasn't gonna have that happen, so I stayed. And I really did try. I tried. I did nothing wrong in that relationship. I really did try. It was the other half that used me because they had endometriosis and they were getting it on a bit, and probably their one and only chance to have a child, so they went along with it, and just happened to be me. I had a lot to do with when my daughter was born. I had a lot to do with her life when she was younger. She wouldn't remember, but I did. And that, I was doing security. So when going back a bit, when I said, would I change my life? If I didn't have any children, I'd say no. No, I wouldn't. But when you have children come into this world, whether you wanted them or not, and you stay, and you do the right thing, you love them and stuff. I mean, I didn't want my daughter, but it's not to say I kept away. I stayed. I was in that relationship for 13 years. And when I knew the truth of the relationship, my daughter didn't. The problem was, as I was doing security, I wasn't home at night, so I wasn't there for the most important times. I was working. So if I didn't have children, I'd say no. I wouldn't change my life. I wouldn't. But when you have children, that's different. You always want the best. You want to give them the best. You strive to at least try and give them the best you can. And I did. I really did. I really did. And I wish things had turned out, had been better for my daughter. Because when someone in the relationship isn't playing ball and there's children involved, it's the children that suffer. They really suffer. It hurts me, but they're growing up. And so their mood, really, it's hanging on a knife's edge. And you want to keep them content, because it's a slippery slope with kids, especially kids and then teenagers and stuff. And I really tried to keep my daughter, happy and that she could talk to me and stuff. Same with my son. The same thing happened with my son, with his mum. It really affects them when you have children. When one knows they're having a child, but for all the wrong reasons, and then not try in the relationship to help. It's the children that suffer. My daughter's testament to that. she definitely is living a life that no parent would want for their child, and she's now got a child herself. But you know, she's older now. She's made her choices and stuff. As long as she's happy. But yeah, so no, that's when you would change your life. You would. Yes, yeah, that's when you do say that. Yeah, I wish some things were different. I mean, I know for a fact, you know, when I was growing up, you know, as kids, you always, you know, wish for something, you know, better. We all do. That's human nature. We do that. But really, I was quite happy. You know, I wasn't starving. I wasn't on the street. Loneliness. I experienced loneliness from a very young age. You know, I was with my grandmother. I wasn't with, you know, 2-year-olds, 3-year-olds running around. No. So I grew up pretty quick. You know, I learnt that, you know, I better stand on my own 2 feet as a youngster. You know, is that the correct upbringing for a child? Oh, who's to say it is, and who's to say it's not? The way kids are brought up, you know, today. Just have a look. Just have a look. Shit. They think they're better. You know. No one looks out for anyone anymore. No one takes the time to remember. They don't even teach history in school. All they teach in school is what we took, what we did, what's theirs, what's not ours, and we're just made to feel fucking guilty. There's no joy. Where's the joy in school? Where's the joy in learning? They talk about mental health with young children like it's part of the curriculum. What are you even talking about? What are you even using the word mental health around kids? Fuck. Jesus Christ. Let them grow up. Let them be children. We've definitely multiculturalized this country too much, too quick. You know? You know, there's different cultures here that just don't mix and will never mix. They will never mix. And some of them don't want to. They don't want to mix. You know? You know? And they would never mix. You know? And our kids, you know, we've got to listen to everyone else's fucking problems, but you know. You know, we've got an epidemic of violence, crime against women, and against just everything, just violent crime in general. And really, you know, you couldn't see this on the writing on the wall. If you take away discipline, any form, if you take discipline out of the equation, okay, just like you have, this is what you get. You know, this is like trying to break a horse out in the open paddock. Yeah, try and get near it. You got to corral it a bit. It can run around, but it just hasn't got 2,000 acres to run around in. It's got a little corral. You know, it's got to learn. I mean, you took that away. You don't teach your kids proper history. You know, you don't let them. Our children now are taught at school to feel guilty for being Australian, to hold that flag up. And it's the same around the world. Other countries, their kids are made to feel guilty for, you know, we can make you feel guilty for the colour of our fucking skin. Jesus fucking Christ. Nice. You know, I can tell you now, racism, that's the word. I never heard that growing up. Never heard it. Never heard it. Fuck. You know, we go to school, we had you know, David or Jim, they were Chinese or Vietnamese, you know. We didn't see them as, you know, we saw them as David or Jim. You know? All right. You know, there might be fucking Con over there. You know, obviously he's Greg or Italian. Then come lunchtime, he'd roll the rug out and he'd have all the red and everything else like that. The fucking Aussie kids have got Vegemite sandwiches, Vegemite and cheese, you know. Fuck. But we sorted it out. Let me tell you, not much has been done from, say, my daughter's youth. They've developed nothing because we've brought them up wrong. You know, with my relationship with my ex, who I had my daughter with, my ex didn't discipline my daughter. Right? She basically let her do whatever she wanted to do. So when I was there, I was brought up different. So it was please and thank you, say goodbye, and you know that. So all my daughter ever heard was one parent nagging her, and that was me. Hey, say please, say thank you, say goodbye, give Granny a kiss, Poppy a kiss. That's all she heard from me. My ex didn't back me up once in any sort of, you know, correctness, you know, discipline, you know, nothing. So of course my daughter was going to resent me, and that was an evil plot by my ex. That was the narrative. That was the plan from the start, and it worked. It worked. Yeah, you want to turn a kid against a parent, one of the parents. Be the one that doesn't do the nagging. Yeah, and they'll love you. And they will. My ex has hurt my daughter in more ways than you can believe. And my daughter can't see it. She's scared of her mother. One thing is my daughter knows this. I'm not her friend. I'm her father. I'm her dad. So to you parents out there that have become friends to your kids, oh, I have a good relationship. I classify our relationship as friends. Really? You're a fucking idiot. You've just opened up the door to a shit fight. Because you know what a friend can say to another friend? Get fucked. Fuck you. They can. You wouldn't say that to a parent. And if you did, you knew what was going to come straight fucking after it. But everyone's so friendly and, oh, you know, no more coal. Let's have gas. Let's have, you know, solar. Let's have wind. Yeah, let's not think about it. Let's just do it. Yeah. Oh, fuck, it's not working. Oh, fuck. Oh, fuck, I'm not getting my money. Fuckheads. You know, people have got no idea what they're talking about. None. So never become, if you have kids, you're not their fucking friend. You're their fucking parent. You're their mother or their father. Your mum or dad. And that's that. You're not a fucking friend. And they can't do whatever they fucking want to do. You know what? These kids that are going out there now and they're breaking the laws, right? Especially these ones that have killed, you know? These parents, you parents that have these out of control fucking kids, you should be held accountable for fucking their crime. There should be charges put on you. I don't give a fuck what your excuse is. No, I can't control him. Bullshit. Bullshit. What, but you're still pumping out fucking more? Or you're an immigrant to Australia and you just go, fuck it, out of control? Fucking, off you go. Yeah? Dump your shit on us? Fuck off. If you're an immigrant and your kid fucks up, okay? Okay, you're an immigrant, okay? I don't give a fuck what nationality you are. If you've immigrated here, okay? And your kid fucks up where to the point where it's indictable. It's a big charge. He's really mucked up. He's out of control. Or she's out of control. You know what? What I believe this country should do, and every other country that has this problem, gather that family up, yeah? All of you, not just that kid, all of you. Back to where you go. Get the fuck out of here. Get the fuck out of here. You come here and you bring your same narrow-minded fucking thinking and just let your fucking kids, just let your shit out. Just shit on our street. Just come here. Never used to be like that. The Asians never did that. The Greeks, Italians never did that. The first wave of the Turks never did that. Or the Lebanese, the first wave, the ones that came here on boat. But everyone who came to this, migrated to this country via a plane. Yeah, plane. Get it? Boat, plane, yeah. Right? They think they migrated hard, but they're fucking jet setting it over. Right? So the ones who came over by plane, they're the ones. You know? I mean, it's like in Lebanon at the moment, the Mercy flights. You know? Geez, that's fucking Christ. They were told for fucking 12 months or more. Don't go to Lebanon. You know, stay out of there. They're still flying there today. They're flying there today. I said to Mary, I said, these fuckers won't go. You know what they're waiting for? A free flight. And that's what they are. Repatriated flights are free. Fucking leave them, mate. Leave them. I couldn't give a fuck. You know? They only come back here and then they want us to, then they start fucking protesting. Oh, what are you going to do about it? Oh, you fucking left. How about we send you back? Hey? How about you send you back to your country and you can fucking defend it? Barking my ass up. It's not my fucking country. Okay? My fucking problem. Really, it's not my fucking problem. You know? You want to fucking stay here? Shut the fuck up. Or fuck off. Simple. It's not hard, mate. That's how it is in life. You're going to be a dickhead, you're a dickhead. Like that chick. You know? I don't care what people said. She was a dickhead. And if that had been a bloke, we all would have stood there and gone, well, that's what you get for being a dickhead. But it was a chick. And the thing is, though, she's a tourist. Okay? So, shouldn't she be on better behaviour? You know, she's new to this country. So she's had no respect for our country. Jumping around like a fucking idiot. Punching people in the fucking face. And you got to give it to that bloke, right? He did hand himself in. Remember that. He handed himself in. Jesus. I'm not about fucking violence. I don't like violence, full stop, you know. But let me tell you, if you're going to dish it out, or you think you can dish it out, you fucking better watch out, mate. Because if I see it, and not just me, people like me, or people with the same sort of narrative, the same mindset as me, you better watch out, mate. Because you know what, we'll come, we'll test you, yeah. You know, and I'd be careful, mate. Especially now. You know, I tried to take my own life. And that wasn't my lowest. Wasn't my lowest. And that's the scary thing. That wasn't my lowest. And you want to come at a person like that? Just put a gun in their mouth? Pull the trigger? Hey? Hey? Wanna? And sees it as a fail? And then says, that wasn't me lowest? I would be very, I would be wary around that person. I wouldn't want to fuck around too much in front of that person. I'm just saying. So, and you know what? I will say this. You know, I speak to people from overseas and that through this channel. And you know, I just want to point this out for anyone who thinks I started this channel to become some sensation and get paid by YouTube. Please, really, look at my videoing. It's not what I'd call fucking, you know, cinematic. You know, oh yeah, and that. All right, there might be a bike in the fucking background. That's the only narrative. That's the connection to a lot of things. But other than that, I don't talk about bikes. Every now and then I do. And I might say, the last video I put up, I had a lot of women comment and positive comments in there, which is good, because it tells me that I'm talking on a scale where I'm not talking as a male. I'm talking for all, and I'm able to see the challenges for both out there. This is a time, you know, this world, not this country, this world, there's a lot going on. And pushing narratives of, you know, oh, I want to be called this, I want to do that, who gives a fuck at the moment? Okay? I couldn't give a fuck. Right? How about we just get the train back on the fucking tracks? Yeah? Because at the moment, it's off the fucking tracks and going nowhere. So let's get it back on the fucking track and get it right on the track. And then we'll sort out what's going to happen then. But we're going to break it down from important down to not so important. And you wanting what? Your nails done? Or you want to eat what? You know, what? You know, you want something, you want cake. Okay? Well, that will be fucking very much on the arse end of give a fuck. I've always said it, and I'll say it again, and I'll stand by it. Everyone's got to stop giving so much of a fuck about themselves and think about others. You know? And also, you people out there who think, oh, you know, you can miss a meal or two. Yeah, I probably can miss a meal or two. And more than likely, I fucking have. I've given it to someone else. But that can't be given every time. You know why? Because if I don't get that meal, and I'm always handing it off because I'm a solid looking bloke or whatever, you know what happens? I end up like them. Let me ask you something. I asked this person this question. So I'm going to ask you all. Think about this. So you've got, let's say you've got a town, okay? And that town has its own, you know, soldiers, its protectors, okay? And they're at war, right? Okay, they're trying to be invaded. Who do you give the best food to? Who eats first? Who eats first? You'd be amazed to know that most people would say, and do say, and believe that it's women and children, the sick and the elderly, the old, all should eat, you know, the best nourishing food and whatever. Okay? They do. You know how wrong you are when you say that? It's not them that eats first. It's the people keeping back that's protecting them. So the soldiers, the protectors, eat first. It's a no-brainer. You know, they're the ones you need to be looking after first, because they're protecting them just from the onslaught that's coming, and they're managing to hold it. So you want to take their food away? What strength do you think they're going to have to fight with? You know, there's an element of, you know, inner strength that comes from, you know, wherever that comes from, but that can only last for so long. At the end of the day, they're the ones that need the nourishment. it's you people behind them that need to pull on that strength and help them, and all help each other. Many people just hit the ground and run. So be aware of that too. Also, for you people like myself who suffer from any sort of depression, or just a bit lost, whatever, be careful of people who come into your life. I've had a few come into my life since this channel, and believe me, I see them coming. It's not like I've changed as a person. All I've done is I've suffered something and I'm speaking out about it, and I'm changing because that's what they say to do, and you've got to talk about it. And yeah, I have, and I have definitely, I've opened the doors up to the wrong people, and I know that I have, but I'm adopting change because that's what I'm told to do. That's what they say to do. And I'm glad I did, even though it hurt, but it taught me something, and it reinforced this, that if you want to talk, you need to find people that understand where you're coming from, because if you speak with the wrong people, you're just going to get judged, and you're going to feel that judgment, and it's going to hit you harder, and you're going to retract quicker. Okay, so keep that one in mind. Yes, be open to conversation with strangers and stuff like that, but there's a difference between conversation and talking. Don't mix the two up. You might have good conversations with someone, and that's what they are. Okay, but when it comes to talking, okay, unless that person's actually taken the next step, and that they need to take that next step, not you. Remember, you're the one who's suffering. You're the one who sees things, and you know what? Who was there to help you at the start? Who got you to where you were? You did. So you all need to remember, yes, it's good to talk and it helps, it does, but at the end of the day, you're the one who's taken that step, and you did it alone. But if you do it, if people who've reached out to me, they took that first step on their own. But you know what? When they reached out to me, and I recognised their first step, I can tell you now, not one of those people is doing it alone now. Not one. Because that's me. Because I know what it's like. But the person you might do that to mightn't know what it's like, and so they don't understand to keep an eye out. They should, but they don't. Some people come into your life because they just want to see what it looks like. What's mental? What's it look like? I want to have a look. It's like people at a car accident. Let's have a look. Oh, gawking, doing nothing, just gawking. So, as I sit here, if I didn't have children, no, I wouldn't change my life. But because I do, back then, but now, because they're older, no, I wouldn't. No, I'm glad. I wouldn't. No matter, and you have to be so careful. People can be so cruel. Because you just don't know how close someone is to the edge. Some people do know. Oh, they know. And they know what just to say to put you over that edge. There's a lot of people out there that have pushed people to suicide, that if that was in the workplace, they'd be charged with workplace bullying. Not every suicide is a person's own doing. They're being pushed. Just remember that. I miss Glenn. I really do. I miss him. Because I have no one now to talk to. I do have people to talk to. And you all should understand when I say this. You've got to understand. He knew everything about me and I knew everything about him. Everything. And that's something that at my age now, to start up with someone, I'm not saying it's not possible, but it's very hard. It's very hard. And the way Glenn went, it didn't have to. That I would change. And not just for me, not to have my friend back, to have a person back that was a good person, so others could experience it, and also to have my friend back. Yeah, so anyway, take care. Go get a bye. See ya.